Hi friends, my name is Trish Roberts. So I wanted to just give a quick appeal to some of the students who are participating in the climate strike on the 29th of November. It's the 29th in Tasmania, and it's I think the 28th in Canberra, but it's around Australia, and where school children walk out for the day in a strike to bring attention to parliamentarians who, of course, their inaction is responsible for the possible imminent extinction of our species. But I also wanted to bring to the attention of those students that there are things that we can do right now where we don't rely on government, we don't rely on corporations, because let's face it, parliamentarians tend to, as a whole, follow public opinion, but in this case, they don't seem to be doing that. They seem to be more interested in making deals with corporations, which is very unfortunate, because at some point, well, there's basically no jobs on a dead planet, is there, as the saying goes. But anyway, so I wanted to bring your attention to veganism, because we don't need to wait for governments to do anything, because that may not happen. They've known about this for decades now. I know that for a fact. I used to have a friend who worked with parliamentarians, and they knew about it a few decades ago. The science has been out there, and the information, there's no lack of information. So it's just been really what's expedient at the time for some career politicians. And as you know, Donald Trump is actually going the other way. So what does that say to us? It says that we cannot rely on so-called quote-unquote leaders in parliament, politicians basically. And we, of course, cannot rely on capitalism, corporations, because they'll just use the planet up until it's all gone. So, as I said, veganism is one answer, which you can become vegan right now. And I'm going to post a quick little couple of memes about why you should go vegan. And these are quite stunning facts. It's a recent study, the largest study to date about climate change and animal agriculture, and the conclusion was that we should go vegan and stop eating animal products. Now that might be inconvenient for some people, and I often find that it's an inconvenient truth. It's not inconvenient becoming vegan, it's quite easy. But there are a lot of people who just don't want to, they'd rather point to capitalism, to corporations, to parliamentarians, politicians that won't do anything, rather than look at ourselves, because it's up to us. It's up to us, it's in our hands what happens from now on. Biodiversity loss is really frightening, and if you become vegan, you can address that majorly. And so I'm going to post a link to this study. It's a UK study. As I said, it was the largest study to date looking at animal agriculture and its effects on the environment. And it went to 40,000 farms in 119 countries, and the results were that we should go vegan. We should stop eating animal products, that's dairy, eggs, meat, etc. And that's what we need to do. So, and the incredible amount of land that will be available once we stop animal agriculture. Much more water resources. You know, if we're wringing our hands about climate change, then we must go vegan. It's sort of, it's kind of illogical to keep ignoring the obvious science in this regard. The science is very clear that animal agriculture is destroying the planet, and it's one of the number one, arguably the greatest driver of greenhouse gases. Of the sixth mass extinction. So we can either ignore the science because it's inconvenient, or we can embrace it, and we can firstly remove ourselves from the great violence that is exploiting animals for animal products that we don't need to eat, because we can easily meet all our nutrition requirements from plants and other non-animal sources. So we don't need animal products at all. We don't need dairy, meat, eggs, etc. We just don't. So if we don't need them, that means they're completely unnecessary, which means that we're destroying the planet and our health, and we're killing 1 trillion plus other sentient animals every year, all for a completely unnecessary product, all for a few moments of palate pleasure, or habit, convenience, or tradition. So we need to evolve now. It is time for us to evolve. And I'm speaking to you now, young people. It's really this dire that you have to go vegan. You really do. For peace, because we have to stop exploiting the other species on the planet. Even if this is the end of our species, we have to do it. It's the right thing to do, it's the non-violent thing to do, it's the just thing to do. So that's the most important reason to go vegan. And then the other reason is because we're on the front lines of the sixth mass extinction, which we are actually causing because of our animal product consumption and our animal use. So we have to stop right now. And it's very easy to be vegan, and I'll leave a link to a comprehensive vegan resource podcast, howtogovegan.org. Please look at it, please listen to it. You can listen to it when you're walking home from school, or whatever you're doing that's waiting in a doctor's office. And check out, there's a lot of information on there, and there's also an incredible site about nutrition, which I mention in howtogovegan.org. So check that out, nutritionfacts.org, and watch the incredible documentary Cowspiracy, The Sustainability Secret. You can find that at cowspiracy.com. That's COWSPIRACY.com. And there's also another documentary coming out by the same producers. It's called Seaspiracy. You can find that at SEASPIRACY.org. So if we love this earth, which I think a lot of us do, and look at that gorgeous view in the background there. This is in Tasmania. And one day, if we don't get ourselves together, and it may be too late, but one day all this may be just a barren wasteland, because We've kept eating animal products. We've allowed capitalism to go unfettered. Our politicians have just been more interested in corporations than our imminent extinction. We've been overpopulating the planet. That's another thing we have to address, and I don't see that's going to happen anytime soon. So this is one thing we can do, becoming vegan. This is a thing we can do that doesn't rely on corporations or politicians, and it's in our hands right now. So I appeal to every school student to check out the link I've posted, and to get a hold of Cowspiracy, the sustainability secret. You could probably find it online. Get your family to watch it with you. Get all your friends to watch it with you, and you'll find that it is the answer. It is a major part of the equation of how to address climate change. Yes, we could ask for the oil industry to stop producing oil, and we can ask politicians to get their acts together with recyclables and recycling, with different energy choices and all of that. But that's really leaving it up to them. And look how slow they've been so far, and we really are close to extinction at this present time. So they're not taking it seriously, so it really is up to you. You can do something right now and go vegan. It's easy to be vegan. It's really healthy. It's much healthier than consuming animal products, and you'll find out why that is if you check out nutritionfacts.org or check out my podcast, howtogovegan.org. And I've done other live streams and vlogs on this issue about veganism. I invite you to check that out, because non-human animals are not our resources. They never were, but we've decided that we can exploit them and dominate them, so we did. And we do that with people too. We do that with other races. We otherize people, and then we exploit them or kill them and make them targets of violence. So we as a species have to stop doing that. And one of the first steps we can do, as well as being anti-racist and addressing sexism and all that, and addressing heterosexism and the whole thing, is to go vegan. That's addressing speciesism. You'll find it completely change your life in a really good way. And so please, I appeal to you to please consider going vegan. Don't be pointing outwards at other factors as if, because you can walk and chew gum at the same time. You can be vegan and be doing all those things. You can be going to see politicians. You can do more protests. You can refuse to vote for them, etc. You can also address other issues in your life, less consumption, etc., and maybe decide not to have children yourselves. But this is something you can do right now, and you can do those other things if you want. But this is something that's so important. I implore you to go vegan. So that's really all I wanted to say. I think it's a great thing that you're doing, striking for a day, and I hope it continues. I hope it becomes a regular thing. Because it seems like the people that are in power now, most of them, just are really, they're probably thinking, well, this isn't going to affect me. If everything goes to hell in a handbasket with the climate, which it's already doing, this isn't going to affect me, they think. That's wrong. It is affecting us right now. People are dying right now. Think drought and floods and all kinds of things. Terrible wildfires in California. It's not going to get any better. And it's in our hands right now. So let's not expect people in power to do anything. Let's not be hoping that capitalism will end. We have to do something ourselves. So please go vegan. Check out howtogovegan.org. And if you have any questions, please leave comments in the comments section. My YouTube channel is @vegantrove, VEGANTROVE on YouTube. Please share this video with others, as many as you can, and please watch Cowspiracy, the documentary. Okay, thanks so much for watching. My name's Trish Roberts. You're watching Faint Signals from Vega. Till next time, bye for now.